What is your definition of game? Because a lot of times people have a different idea of what game is depending on who they were brought up around, which YouTube content creator that they're watching. But over the years, my game has been redefined. You see, when I was a lot younger, my definition of game was to be able to get through obstacles. Right? Walking up to a girl and say, hey, you're cute, come home with me. That wasn't game. Being able to walk up to a girl, she gives you resistance. You go through that test, you counter it. She gives you more resistance. You fight through it. Then you take her back. To me, that was game. But as you get older, guys, I'm 28, you start to realize, you know what? I only want to deal with girls who are yes. I don't want to deal with girls who are maybe. I don't want to deal with girls who are, saying no. I want to deal with girls who look at me and go, yes, right? And that's game in itself, because here's the thing. The reason why the title of this video is Game is a Curse is because a lot of guys, when they work with me one-on-one and I say, hey, brother, you're actually going to get less women working with me, their eyebrows go up and they say, well, Chad, what do you mean? I thought the whole point of this coaching was to get one-on-one help to get more women. I said, no. The point of this one-on-one coaching is to get you to have women who like you and are on your program. Let me tell you something. I made a video the other day where I stated, hey, when you ask this girl out, ask her to come to your area of town. And that video, it did pretty well, like 100,000 views on TikTok. It was met with a lot of pushback from the ladies. And you're probably wondering, Chad, what's so bad about asking a girl to your side of town? Exactly. All these women all of a sudden are all these saints, and they were saying things like, I would never go to a guy's side of town. I would never drive. I would never put any effort in besides showing up cute. Right? So I'm like, perfect. These are the type of girls that I would never date. And you see what happens is when you don't have game, you say, hey, come to my side of town. They go, no, come to mine. And in your head, well, I want to win her over. I want sex. I want a relationship. So I'll just go to her side of town. And that's just step one of the process of you getting this girl, but at what cost? Because let's just say the next date you go, hey, actually, I was on your side of town for the first day. How about you come to mine? She goes, no, I prefer you come to my side of town. You drive back over. And it's like you're blind because you just want sex or a relationship. But in actuality, if you zoom out, this girl is only acting this way with you. For another guy, she jumped in the car with 6 feet of rain and freaking drove a submarine through the streets just to get to this guy. Just understand, guys, when girls give you resistance, they don't like you. Because I guarantee you, if she liked you, there would be no resistance. I'd argue last year, I may have met girls in the middle twice. And that's because there was a significant gap between us. Other than that, I never met girls in the middle. I said, come to this spot. Come to my place, then I'll drive us. And most girls said, okay. You know what I'm saying? Most girls obliged. Why? Because they had interest. So that's one thing about, how the game can curse you, is because you start to realize how many girls don't actually like you. They're just tolerating you. And it's sad because men don't really tolerate women. Like, we only deal with women that we actually want to be with, either if it's sexually or a relationship. Girls will deal with you because you're offering a good experience. I've had plenty of girls say to me, yeah, I've been on a date or two where I didn't really like the guy. I just liked the experience he was going to give me, so I went. Right? That's why I offer drinks on the first date, because I want to see, are you going to get bougie and go, no dinner? Oh, no dinner? Well, stay over there. I'm good. Because girls won't finesse you for a free drink. Most girls got bottles in their house, but they will go out with you for a cute dinner. Right? They're like, damn, I ain't got no groceries. I might as well take this dinner date so I ain't got to cook nothing. Right? So that's why I offer drinks. Number two, I offer her to come to my side of town, because I want to see, will she invest or is it just me? And if a girl doesn't even want to invest in a 15-minute drive, I don't even want to invest $1 into her. If you can't invest into me, I don't even want to invest into you. The least you can do is drive. I'm providing the experience and I'm paying for it. If you don't want to even at least do any driving, you don't like me. Because I know for a fact you're catching trains, flights, freaking submarines, to a guy you actually liked. My point of this is when you finally start to learn game the right way, you go, okay, I'm going to lose women and I'm going to have to be okay with that. Because your gut says, come on, man, it's only halfway. Come on, man, you're hungry, just do dinner. But you have to stick to your guns. Just how that girl's sticking to hers, you have to stick to yours. Guys, either you're running her program or you're gonna run yours. And for me, how I keep my sanity is I run mine. And if she goes, no, you're doing this dinner date, or no, you're driving an hour to my side of town, we just won't date. Because I want the dating dynamic to be her following my lead. I don't wanna follow her lead. Because me following her lead, it could lead to nothing. So I prefer to follow my own lead, and that's what game teaches you. Follow your own lead, and the girls who like you will follow along. The girls who don't like you will not, and they'll actually force you onto their program. And listen, you can do that if you'd like, but me, I'm staying on my side. This brings me to my second point. And a lot of guys, they don't really get girls who really like them. They get girls through wearing her down. What I mean by that is this. Let's just say in January, you meet a girl, January 1st. By January 30th, you're on a first date. Mind you, you've been asking her every week. She's been saying no, oh, this is not the right time. I'm super busy with work, school. And then by the 5th ask, she's like, fine, I'll go out with you. Then there's a lot of space in between the dates because you keep asking, you keep wearing her down. So maybe by date 5 or 6, you finally sleep with her, right? And in your head, yay, I win. But in actuality, at what cost? When men get wins like that, it almost makes their brain rewire to where they think, oh, sex is not something that is easy to get. You have to work hard for it. You got to drive. You got to pay a bunch of money. You got to give her experiences. And at the end, if you get that far, you will get sex. And that's why when I work with guys one-on-one, they're like, yeah, man, I may have had sex twice or 3 times. And it was after 5 dates, 6 dates. And I'm like, brother, that wasn't on your terms. You wore this girl down. So when you learn game, you go, wait a minute. All those girls I wore down didn't really like me because they made themselves readily available to other men way quicker. They had sex with other men way quicker. And it makes you go, damn, like, I guess she didn't see me as that guy. I was the background guy, the filler guy, whatever the case may be. So having game makes you put a line in the sand where it's like, hey, look, I know how it feels to be, highly sought after by a woman. And if you're giving me lots of resistance, you're making dates hard, you're making your availability hard to get, you're making me wait on long dates to have, a relationship or sex, I'm not going to do it. I have had girls who have given me the better experience before. Guys, all it takes is one. I've had clients where I legit told him to his face, why are you going across town to these girls' cities? Why are you doing dinner? He said, well, I thought that this is what girls liked. I said, okay, what do you like? His eyes lit up. I'm like, what do you like? He was like, well, damn, I prefer if they came to my side of town and we grabbed a drink. Cool, do that. And when he did that, guess what? First night, lay, of course, I assisted him with that. And now he's like, hey, I can't have it any other way. So what happens is once you get that first W, it changes your mind forever. So whenever you ask a girl to come to your side of town and she goes, well, I don't drive to men, you just go, okay, that's fine. Next, right? So my second point is game makes you realize all of the other years you've been thinking you have game. It wasn't. You're just wearing her down. Hopefully by date 5 or 6, you get your W. And this brings me to my last and final point is game gives you a system. You see, when you have no system, you have no moral code, you're just out here doing whatever. It doesn't matter if it's date 5, date 10, it doesn't matter how much money you've spent. Your goal is just to get to the end goal, whether it's a relationship or sex. And you don't really have a plan or a system to get here. You just do whatever it takes. When you have game, you go, okay, my first date is at these 2 bars, and they have to meet me there or meet me at my place, and I drive. And the second you get pushback and resistance, you go, hey, no worries, next girl, right? Because now you can start to guarantee dating success. Because in your head, okay, I've had the most success. when girls follow this path line. Now, mind you guys, there may be a little bit of resistance throughout sometimes, right? Be malleable sometimes. But for the most part, having game gives you a system to where you can track everything. Because when you don't have a system, you're just like a boat with no direction, right? Out there, sailing in the ocean. But when you have game, you know this is what you're looking for, this is what you like, and you stay true to it. And as the dates go on, they're where you want to go, and it's her following your lead. That's the biggest thing, guys. That's the biggest thing, and the biggest point I want to drive home is when you date on your terms, you're going to have girls that push back, and the girls who push back aren't for you. If anything, guys, I'm glad I get pushed back. Why? Because I can't date everybody. Not to glaze myself, I am a 6'1" black dude with some cool hair. I'm in shape. I make good money. I live in a nice place. Like, I need some pushback. I can't date everybody. So by me dating on my terms, it filters out women who don't like me. Speaking of that, when I made that video that went viral, there was a comment down below that said, bro, just go to her side of town and on the date, make her like you more. That's what I'm saying is that guy doesn't have a system. His system is take a girl with low interest and make her become high. No, that guy who left that comment, he's probably waiting on 4, 5, 6 dates to get his desired outcome. He's waiting longer. He's spending more money. He's spending more time. If I sat down with that guy and I said, brother, what do you want? I know you know what women want. What do you want? And he'd probably say, hey, it would be great if I just walked across the street to a bar and she met me there. Great, do it. He'd probably be terrified. Why? He's scared of losing women. And that's why I say game can curse men, because they start losing women because of it. And some men are so anxious and so much depression that losing women is a strike to their ego. I love when I lose women. That means I'm one step closer to the woman who does like me. So implementing game for a lot of men is scary because they have to put their foot down for the first time ever. They have to tell a girl no for the first time ever. But guys, do it. Because guess what? They're doing it to you. They'll do it to you. So if girls are so comfortable telling you no, why can't you tell them no? I love it. Hey, let's grab drinks. Oh, I don't drink. Okay, we can just get mocktails. Oh, well, how about dinner? How about no? Peace. Because they're resisting me, so why can't I resist them? Guys, you got to start looking how women date. They're very good at putting down boundaries. They're very good at telling guys no. Why can't you do the same? Start standing up for yourself. Because trust me, that girl will stand up for herself when you ask her for drinks in your side of town. Not saying she always will say no, but like, guys, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know asking a girl to your area of town was a problem until yesterday. Why? Most girls do it. I'd argue 9 out of 10 girls did exactly what I told them to. We're doing here at this time, at this place. Bring your best attitude. And they showed up. So to wrap this up, if you're going to implement game and dating on your terms, you're going to start losing women. You're going to start seeing resistance. But that's a good thing, because through the resistance that you get, through the law of averages, you're eventually going to get a girl who's on board, who wants to do what you want. And then when you get your desired outcome, whether it's a relationship or sex, you're like, boom, there it is. I now have a system that I like, that works for me, and you're going to run it every single time. And yes, you're going to lose out on girls because you're running your system, and that's okay, because you're always dating on your terms. So if you're a guy out there that, found value in this video and you're like, you know what, I want to date on my terms. Not only will I give you the mindset to date on your terms, I'm also going to send you a photographer to your city to capture high quality images of you in your city, nice rooftop lounges, bars, and everything like that, because I want to you have a good online image so you get more matches, right? And then on top of that, we're going over approaching and choosing signals. Like the whole 9 yards is done inside my program. I'll leave a link for you guys down below. Check that out. And you guys have a wonderful day. Be talking to y'all soon. Peace.